Coming up next on TV5 News Live, the final juror in the Richard Baumhammer's trial has been selected. We'll have the details coming up.
And find out how you can help your neighbors in the Clarion area by just listening to the radio. A live report is straight ahead.
And flooding in the Midwest, get the latest details coming up.
Stay with us. It's all coming up next on TV5 News Live.
The programming was made possible through a grant by Fox's Pizza Den. Fox's Pizza Den is located on Old Route 66 in Clarion and offers all-day delivery. Phone 226-5555. That's 226-5555. Fox's Pizza Den is open 7 days a week for your convenience. Phone 226-5555.
I'll take Simmons.
Yeah. Give me Jones.
Anderson.
Smith.
Lightfoot.
Bishop.
Hernandez.
Swifka.
Harris.
Lavender.
Peavy.
Yes.
In the game of life, you've got a much better chance at getting picked for a cool job with great pay if you take algebra, geometry, and calculus. You need to know how math can improve your future. Demand it. Call Nat and me. We'll tell you.
Feedback starts now. And I said, you know, it wouldn't a better name for a movie to come out now, and I think I'm going to make the movie or write the book. It would be a great book to have, and you can call to get her book. You can also find it online. And I have a feeling I'm going to be rather opinionated, people I know so. Let's ask them about scheduling. Why is it that students have such a problem here with?
Tune into Feedback with Mark Despotakis every Tuesday and Wednesday night beginning at 7:30 p.m.
We're totally out of time. No time to talk to you. We'll see you tomorrow.
This is TV5 News Live. Good evening. It's Tuesday, April 24th, 2001. I'm Susan Honorad.
And I'm Amanda Miller. Welcome to TV5 News Live. Here's a look at some of the stories we'll be bringing you in the next half hour.
Find out how you can help your community by just listening to the radio.
The county's Historical Society has made a purchase. See what it is up next.
And as always, Joyce Strain will be in with your TV5 Weather Center forecast.
But first, our top story tonight. Clarion County Commissioners met with Clarion Borough officials last night to discuss a new parking garage on borough property. Borough officials expressed relief when they got word from county commissioners that they won't have to pay for the new structure, which is expected to cost over $3 million. The garage will be built in a lot currently owned by the borough on Liberty Street. The parking garage is part of a bigger plan to build a new county office building to consolidate existing offices. The new building would be built around the old county jail right behind the courthouse. And just a reminder, you can watch next week's Borough Council meeting live in its entirety right here on TV5 at 7 p.m.
With summer just around the corner, many of the moms in our audience will want to pay particular attention to this story. The Supreme Court ruled today that a Texas soccer mom could be arrested because her kids were not wearing seatbelts, an offense that only carries a fine. Charles Bierbauer explains the court's 5-4 ruling, saying police may use their discretion in such a case.
Lesson in law enforcement 3 years earlier, when Mom broke the Texas seatbelt law searching for a lost toy.
As I was going 15 miles an hour, I allowed my kids momentarily out of their seatbelts to look down on the street for their toy.
Atwater says her kids were in no danger. The state of Texas disagreed.
There's a very significant interest on behalf of all the states to ensure that toddlers traveling in automobiles are properly seat-belted so that they may avoid unnecessary injury or tragic death.
But did the policeman who arrested Atwater violate her Fourth Amendment right against unreasonable search and seizure?
It ended with him handcuffing me and putting me in a squad car and taking me to jail.
The seatbelt violation carries no more than a $50 fine. You've got the perfect case, Justice O'Connor told Atwater's lawyer. Still, the justices hesitated. Justice Kennedy, it's not a constitutional violation for a police officer to be a jerk.
The whole case is about whether a police officer can intrude that much into your life. The Fourth Amendment is written to protect you from that.
The court agreed Atwater had suffered gratuitous humiliation by a police officer exercising very poor judgment. And yet, Justice Souter, in a 5-4 opinion, said the court was not convinced abuse of arrest power is a serious problem and found nothing in the Fourth Amendment forbids a warrantless arrest. Charles Bierbauer, CNN, the Supreme Court.
Some state money is coming into the area from the State Department of Conservation and National Resources. Here's a look at what some of the money is going for. County Park $50,000 for a new soccer field. Farmington Township will receive $20,000 to develop a master plan. Community Parks and the Western Pennsylvania Conservancy will get $118,000 to purchase land along the Clarion River in Clarion and Jefferson County. The money comes from DCNR's Community Conservation Program, which awarded $30 million for 340 recreation and conservation projects statewide.
The Clarion County Historical Society has made a big purchase. The Society's board approved the purchase of the Markle Building on South 5th Street Avenue. The building, which sold for nearly $85,000, will go through some renovations before it is opened to the public. The Historical Society's current home, the Sutton Ditz House, will be converted to a house museum with rooms fully restored in a historical context.
Do you recycle? Well, many Clarion County residents do. Saturday was recycling day in the county. These pictures show some folks who made it out to the county park to recycle. County residents bought a wide variety of items from refrigerators to old car tires.
We have all kinds of volunteers who come out and really do a good job. We are doing this in conjunction with Earth Day as a means of promoting recycling in the county. As we all know, Pennsylvania has a 35% recycling rate.
Find out how you can give back to your community without ever leaving your house.
Joy Strain will join us later with your weekend weather outlook.
And fans were chanting "Let's go Pens" last night as the Penguins defeated the Washington Capitals. Highlights of the game are coming up in sports.
Stay with us. It's all coming up on Clarion's very own TV5 News Live.
This portion of the programming was made possible through a grant by the Captain Loomis Hotel and Restaurant. The Captain Loomis Hotel and Restaurant is located at 540 Main Street in Clarion and offers dining as well as a nightclub. The restaurant and nightclub are open 7 days a week for your convenience. Call the Captain Loomis Hotel and Restaurant, 226-8400.
Hi everybody, I'm Brandy. How would you like to give hope to millions of the world's children? UNICEF, the United Nations Children's Fund, is saving lives in over 140 countries by providing kids with medicine, clean water, nutrition, and education. With your help, UNICEF can make a huge difference in our world. For more information, call 1-800-FOR-KIDS. Thank you.
Wardrobe for some TV5 news anchors, provided by Fashion Bug, located in the Clarion Mall. Whether you're looking for junior trendy, girls, or fashion for women, they have it all, with many different styles. Fashion Bug also offers a wide selection of accessories. Fashion Bug is located in the Clarion Mall, just off of Exit 9 of Interstate 80. Open Monday through Saturday, 10 a.m. till 9 p.m., and Sunday from noon till 5.
On the big highway of life, there's only one safe place for kids. The front seat's not the best to drop out. Don't want that big old bag to pop out. Put that boobies in the back seat. Act like the kid should never be out. Here to remind you to put them behind you. Wow! Look at here. To stay alive even when I drive.
Clarion's very own Susan Honorat, Amanda Miller, Joy Strain, Matt Ness. From Studio A, this is TV5 News Live. Well, tonight we found a good way for you to give something back to the community as well as to enjoy some good music.
Our very own Mark Despotakis joins us right across the hall at our sister station, WCUC-FM, with the details. Mark?
Thank you, ladies. We are here across the hall at the WCUC studios, right across from the TV5 studios. An easy assignment for me tonight. We're here at WCUC. They're in the middle of their annual MHMR Marathon, and we've been told they've raised about $250 so far for mental health, mental retardation, services of Clarion County. We're here with one of the DJs, Mr. Ed. So you guys do 24-hour shifts. How are you holding up? You're in the middle of yours.
We're holding up pretty good. We got a nice little crew here. We set up a little entertainment for ourselves. So
having fun back here on the air, I see?
Oh yeah, always having fun on the air.
So you're holding up then?
Oh yeah, we're holding up fine.
What kind of promotions are you guys doing during this?
Well, we just finished actually a remote from the Hotspot Cafe down there. We raised $36 down there, so
great.
Yeah, pretty good. So other than that, we're doing a scavenger hunt later for listeners. We're doing some other contests where you have to come down to the studio, donate a couple bucks, $1 or $2, you know, and be eligible for some prizes. So
great. Well, I'll let you get back to the air. A little more information for you guys, though. As I said, they've raised about $250 so far. Their goal right now is $2,500 for the end of the week. There's, you know, as he was saying, there's various prizes out there. I've heard Distinta passes. A lot of local businesses have also helped out, chip some things in. There's also a business challenge. If you own a business out there, you have a chance of winning some free underwriting here. That's a $150 value. Call in. The number down here is 393-2514. You can call in to donate, whatever you want. You can come down to the studios here in Becker Hall on the university campus. Fraternities and sororities are asked to get involved. Come on, try to compete against each other. Think of this as an extension of Greek Week. So if you get, like they said, you can donate $1 or $2. Come on down or call in and find out if you can donate some of the remotes. We're going to send it back to you live from across the hall at the WCUC studios. I'm Mark Despotakis. Back to you, Mandy.
3 children were treated for minor injuries after a fire this afternoon at an elementary school in North Philadelphia. The blaze broke out at about 12:45 p.m. at the Gideon Elementary School at 20th Street and Glenwood Avenue. Officials say all students and staff were evacuated safely. 2 children were treated for smoke inhalation.
The Heinz Foundation is awarding $120,000 to 16 Theresa Heinz Scholars for environmental research. The scholars include 8 PhD candidates who will receive the $1,000 each and 8 master's degree candidates who will each get $5,000.
A 12th juror was selected today in the trial of the shooting suspect, Richard Bauhammers. Prosecutors and defense attorneys still must find 4 alternates to try the 35-year-old immigration attorney accused of a 2-county shooting spree last year. Prosecutors say Bauhammer selected his victims because of their ethnic heritage.
Strong winds in the Windy City. There's nothing unusual about that. But some of the effects of the winds that blew through the suburbs on Monday are anything but usual. Gusts knocked down trees and power lines. The severe weather also caused problems at the O'Hare International Airport. Beginning on Sunday, fewer than half of the O'Hare's approximate 2,500 daily flights arrived or departed on time because of heavy rain, and it was about the same situation on Monday. Smokey the Bear is back. Find out why coming up.
And after yesterday's warm temperatures, will the heat wave return? Joyce Drayton will be in with your TV5 Weather Center forecast.
Stay with us.
This portion of the programming was made possible through a grant by the Carpet Barn. The Carpet Barn is located at 470 South 5th Avenue in Clarion. The Carpet Barn is open Monday through Saturday for all your carpet needs. So call the Carpet Barn, 226-7332.
This portion of the program was made possible through a grant from Clarion Hospital. Clarion Hospital is located off of Exit 9 of Interstate 80. Clarion Hospital offers outpatient services, transitional care, as well as an emergency room open around the clock every day of the year. More than 400 employees and 80 physicians work to serve the community. Call the Clarion Hospital at 226-9500. Clarion Hospital, providing health care to Clarion County and surrounding communities since 1954.
After more than half a century, Smokey the Bear is fighting fire in a new way. Monday, television commercials were unveiled which sent out Smokey's same fire prevention message, but with a twist. You won't just see trees being destroyed by fire in the new advertisements, but people too. The new commercial juxtaposes two scenes. The first scene shows a 20-something couple roasting marshmallows. Then, the very next image is of a crime scene outlined after the couple dies. This scene is followed by Smokey's face in his famous pitch, "Only you can prevent forest fires." The U.S. Forest Service says the advertisement was changed to make people more aware that fires can burn more than just trees. The new commercial is expected to air on networks in May.
If your child has ever been bullied in school, chances are he or she isn't the only one. A first-of-its-kind study takes a look at the problem of school bullying and the numbers. Elaine Quijano reports.
I felt like I was nothing, and I got depressed, and then he came on.
I just want them to leave me alone. I don't want them to do anything. I just want them to stop me.
These students are talking about being bullied, and they're not alone, according to a new study by the National Institute of Child Health and Human Development. Researchers surveyed more than 15,000 students in grades 6 through 10 and found nearly a third either were bullies or the victims of bullies or both.
We shouldn't think of this as normal childhood behavior or rite of passage, but rather as a serious issue that we need to address.
Bullying can be either verbal, physical, or psychological, like spreading rumors or making sexual comments. Researchers found examples in every type of school, private, parochial, and public, rural, suburban, and urban schools.
So what's the best way to handle the problem? Experts say it depends on the situation. For some kids, approaching a trusted adult is the best answer, and for parents, often the first step is awareness.
If your child comes home and is sad, doesn't want to go to school, crying, complaining that he or she does not have any friends, kids don't like them, and any of that should be reported to the guidance counselor.
Experts say intervention is the key to making sure schoolyard bullying doesn't escalate into behavior with tragic consequences. In Washington, I'm Elaine Quijano reporting.
The report also found bullying to be most common among 6th, 7th, and 8th graders. Researchers say kids who are bullied are more likely to suffer from depression. Also, kids who are bullies are more likely to turn to criminal behavior when they're older. Saying every day is Earth Day, President George W. Bush delivered remarks at a ceremony to honor Environmental Youth Award winners on Tuesday. Top on the list of honorees, Christine Todd, who the president praised for being a good steward of the environment, said he was happy to have on his team. Bush said the government's role is to set high standards and work with local citizens to achieve these goals. Saying a good environmental policy starts with a commitment, President Bush said his administration has a commitment to clean air, clean water, and good soils.
Residents of Davenport, Iowa are anxiously watching the Mississippi inch up toward record levels. The river is expected to crest at more than 22 feet. 200 members of the National Guard are on hand to reinforce sandbags and monitor temporary dikes. Davenport's the only major city along the upper Mississippi without a permanent flood wall. The Federal Emergency Management Agency says the city will now have to reassess that situation.
Joy Strain joins us now for a look at the weather. So Joy, what is going on with the weather?
Right now it's going to dip down into the 30s overnight. It's going to be a little chilly for the next couple of days, but once we have this low pressure front move out of our area, we will see some warmer temperatures and maybe some sunny skies. If we take a look at the current temperature outside, for April 24th, it's only 48 degrees. The humidity is at 59%. The wind is 19 miles per hour. Your sunrise will be tomorrow morning at 6:23 a.m. and your sunset will be tomorrow evening at 8:05 p.m. If we take a look at our satellite weather map from our TV5 Weather Center, you can see the thick cloud coverage all along the mid-east and all up through the East Coast. Right now, this system is dropping heavy rain showers on parts of the Mississippi River Valley. Parts of Davenport, Iowa are 8 feet above flood stage right now. And this system also caused some heavy tornadoes in parts of Kansas and Kentucky and Tennessee, some very damaging and some deadly tornadoes over the weekend. But right now, the system will be pushing off out into the Atlantic coast. If we take a look at our fronts map, you can see the low pressure front. You can see the precipitation right here in Alabama and Mississippi. And this is the low pressure front that's been moving across our area. That's what's bringing the colder temperatures and the scattered rain showers. But all this will be pushing off to New York City, Boston, and they also will be dipping into some chillier temperatures over this evening. And once this passes through, that high pressure front that's over the Midwest right now, that will be pushing into our area, bringing us some warmer temperatures. If we take a look at the precipitation map for right now, we're going to be pretty clear over the course of the evening and into tomorrow morning. But parts of Harrisburg, Philadelphia, Washington, D.C., New York City, Boston, they can expect anywhere between 1/10 of an inch of rain to maybe 1/2 inch of rain. Nothing major, nothing to worry about. If we take a look at our highs for today, we didn't get too high. Pittsburgh saw a high of 53, Cleveland 57, Detroit 55, Buffalo only a high of 51. But you can see where that front has moved through the area, because anywhere east of that front, like Philadelphia, New York, they were in the 70s, close to 80 today. But like I said, that will all be changing once that low pressure front moves through their area. If we take a look at the lows for tonight, Pittsburgh, you can expect to see a low of 34. Cleveland, you'll hit about 37 for a low tonight. Detroit also 34. And there we go, Philadelphia, New York City 47, 48. In Boston, you'll see a low of 49 tonight. If we take a look at our 5-day forecast, for Wednesday, it's going to be mostly cloudy. A high of 54, a low near 30. For Thursday, partly cloudy, a high of 63, a low of 32. For Friday, a high of 68, a low of 43. For Saturday, partly cloudy, a high of 70, a low of 46. Come Sunday, partly cloudy, but a high of 75 and a low of 48. And girls, come Monday and Tuesday next week, we're going to see a high anywhere between 75 and 85 degrees. So once we get that system out of our area, the temperatures will start to rise and be a little bit above normal, actually, for this time of year, but it will warm up.
All right, and it's your last night with us here at TV5 tonight?
Oh, I guess it is. Yes, it's been, 5 years now, so.
Congratulating?
Yes.
All right. Well, good luck to you.
Thank you. You too.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Sports calls the break, and let's look at tonight's stock report.
Open the mouth really big.
But he donates care to disadvantaged children.
Say,
You don't have to believe in heroes to be one. Be a hero to a child in your community. Call 1-800-6-CHILDREN.
It takes so little to save our waters for future generations. Using less toxic household cleaners and fewer lawn care chemicals protects so much. Help stop water pollution forever. Clean water. If we all do a little, we can do a lot.
Feedback starts now. And I said, wouldn't a better name for a movie to come out now? And I think I'm going to make the movie or write the book. It would be a great book to have. And you can call to get her book. You can also find it online. Well, I have a feeling I'm going to be rather opinionated. People I know so. Well, to ask them about scheduling. Why is it that students have such a problem here with?
Tune into Feedback with Mark Despotakis every Tuesday and Wednesday night beginning at 7:30 p.m.
We're totally out of time. No time to talk to you. We'll see you tomorrow.
It may not look like it, but you're watching the future of the Earth pass by. Because many of these products are made from materials you've been recycling. But to keep recycling working, you need to buy products that say, made from recycled materials. For all those next in line, it would mean the world to them.
Complete coverage of local, state, national, and international news as it happens? Then tune into Clarion's very own TV5 News Live for complete coverage of the Clarion area and our world. TV5 News crews join with crews from the world's news leaders, CNN, to provide complete coverage of the day's events. With advanced satellite capabilities, TV5 News can bring you the latest news as it happens. So tune in every Tuesday and Wednesday night for Clarion's very own TV5 News Live.
Sports with Matt Ness.
Thank you, Susan. The Pittsburgh Penguins and the Washington Capitals met at Mellon Arena last night for Game 6 of their Eastern Conference quarterfinals. The Pens came into the game looking to issue the knockout punch to the Caps for the second consecutive season, while the Caps were looking to stave off elimination and force the Game 7. It was a tight game that summarized the flow of the series. Penguins player Lemieux and held in check by the Capitals through the first 5 games, but still had 10 points in the quarterfinal series. After Alexei Kovalev threw the puck in front of the net, Lemieux used some fancy footwork down low to poke the backhand behind Capitals goalie Olaf Kolza to give the Pens a 1-0 lead. After a Robert Lang goal making it 2-0, it was time for the move to start. Penn rookie goalie Johan Hedberg robbed the Capitals' Jeff Halpern with a stunning pad save that preserved the Pens' 2-goal lead. After the Caps tied the game at 2, the Russian rocket Alexei Kovalev put a shot top shelf on Kolza during the power for the Pens a 3-2 lead going into the third. Then with less than 3 minutes to go in regulation, the Caps tied the game at 3 after Calle Johansson buried the Halpern rebound behind Hedberg. Then the Caps made the fatal flaw by turning the puck over in their own end. Pens' Marty Strasser grabbed the puck and went in one-on-one with Kolza and buried the series winner behind the Caps goalie, giving the Pens a 4-3 victory. So for the 6th time since 1991, the Pens send the Caps packing in the race to Lord Stanley's Cup. After the game was over, several of the Penguin players were just glad to finally get past Washington. It was an amazing night for Straka, who recorded his first overtime winner.
Guys in the locker room said, if you have a chance, anybody got a chance, just try to go hard because it's going down overtime.
How big a goal in your life, in your career?
The biggest. I mean, I never scored in the overtime before, so that was a huge goal.
Actually, I really didn't feel any pressure. I just felt really sharp, and pressure was all gone. I know we're going to win it, and I just knew it from the start of today. Whatever happens, we're going to come back and win it. I just felt it, and we did.
It was a strong series for the rookie Hedberg, who now is one of the Penguins' strengths instead of weaknesses. Now the Penguins will move on to the Eastern Conference semifinals to take on the Buffalo Sabres. Tune in tomorrow night in TV5 Sports, and Jerry Heater will preview the matchup of one of the game's greatest scorers, Mario Lemieux, and one of its best goaltenders, Dominik Hasek. Edinburgh and Indiana universities traveled to Clarion over the weekend to take part in the Clarion Tri-Meet. Golden Eagles' Kelly Nall came away victorious in the women's 5,000-yard run, while Andrea Barge won in the women's 100 low hurdles. In the women's pole vault, Ellie Till came in first with Lee Fenhill. Victories in the women's triple jump. Julia Vinosky was tops in the women's shot put and women's javelin throw. Heading over to the men's action, Jerry Smith was the fastest in the 800-yard run, and Gilbert Todd won the triple jump. In team scores, the Clarion University women team came in first with a team score of 156.50 points, while the men also finished first with a team score of 137 points. Clarion University softball team was in action again yesterday with a doubleheader against PSAC powerhouse California. It was a tough day for the Golden Eagles as they dropped their first game 8-1 and then didn't do much better in the second game, and the Golden Eagles fell short 11-4. That's all in sports for this week. Now back over to Mandy and Susan with the rest of today's news.
That's right, Mandy. We came down here to your sorority house, the Zeta Tau Alphas, in an attempt to surprise you. I hope it worked. I'm here with Stacy from the Zetas, and you have something you want to say on behalf of the whole sorority.
Yes, Mandy, we've enjoyed watching you all semester on TV5. You've done an awesome job, and we are so proud of you. And we'd all like to say...
Congratulations, Mandy!
That's right. Congratulations, Mandy, from all the girls and from all of us here at TV5. Best of luck to you in the future. We'll send it back to you in the studio right now.
Was very nice. Thank you. Thank you, everyone at TV5. Thank you, Susan and Mark, and everyone. You've been so incredibly nice, and I wish the best of luck to all of you in the future, and thank you to all my Zeta sisters. You've given me some of my best memories the past 3 years, and I'm going to miss all of you once I'm gone. So that's all for TV5 News tonight.
But you can join Carrie LaPoo and Kelly Esno back here tomorrow for TV5 News. I'm Susan Honorad.
And I'm Amanda Miller. Have a good night.